Welcome to My Game is Money Investing with your host, Mr. G, the retail trader. Welcome to episode 38, where today I'll be talking about the look at the week ahead from Seeking Alpha platform. And I'll also be kind of discussing some of the moves I made in my portfolio last week. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor, and these videos are for entertainment purposes only. So let's jump right into it. A huge week is setting up on the macroeconomic front, with the Federal Reserves and the European Central Bank both scheduled to decide on the interest rates and update on monetary policy amid persistent inflation. The consensus view is that the ECB will lift interest rates by a quarter point and the Federal Reserves will stand pat. The big meeting arrives with the market optimism ramping up in the early part of June. The recent rally has seen 10 of 11 S&P 500 sectors push higher. However, a surprise from the central bank or the nail-biting inducing CPI and PPI reports could cool off bullish sentiments once again. Seeking Alpha contributor ING, economic and financial analysts contended that the Feds will likely hold the benchmark rate steady, only to leave the door open for further rate hikes if inflation does not cool down or slow down. So the earnings spotlight for Monday, June 12th is Oracle. The earnings spotlight for June 13th is Iteris. The earnings spotlight for Wednesday, June 14th is Lennar and Ammo. The earnings spotlight for June 15th, Adobe, Kroger, and Jabil. Now, I am interested in Monday's Oracle earnings report, and guidance. That's the main one, mainly because it is kind of stuck in that AI bubble. We'll kind of see how it plays out. Volatility watch, options trade volume is elevated in general. Some of the same companies that were in the forecast for the week for last week continue. So volatility watch on those companies. Which are AKBA, IEP, and NKLA. Quant rating stocks with recent quant ratings change include ACV Auctions, to strong buy from hold, Dave & Buster's Entertainment, to strong buy from hold, and Dollar General to sell from hold. Of course, we'll have to see how that plays out in the stock market. Dividend watch, companies forecast boost their quarterly payouts, include W.R. Berkley Corporation, Kroger, Caterpillar, and then there's Redwood Trust, which looks like they'll potentially cut their dividend payout rate. Again, we'll have to see how it all plays out. CPI preview, the consumer price index report will be closely watched with the shadow of inflation hanging over the market. Economists forecast 0.4% increase in core CPI for May to match the levels from April. Core CPI is seen being 5.3% in May, in a slight moderation from the 5.5 pace in April. Headline CPI, which includes food and energy prices, is seen being up 4.1% in May. Bank of America expects a soft 0.1% month-over-month increase for food prices, reflecting an increase in food away from home that should be partially offset by another decline in food at home. The firm anticipates May will mark the third consecutive decrease in food at home prices, as costs associated with groceries such as commodity prices, transportation, and storage continues to ease. However, the food away from home price are tipping to continue to increase given the higher labor costs and still strong demand. So this kind of dives into, I think we got a little bit more. Hold up. Seeking Alpha analyst Damar Tukik notes that the disinflationary process in service and shelter has started, but from a very high level and at a very gradual clip. The return to the 2% inflation target is unlikely without a deep recession with a significant increase in unemployment rate. He warned. Again, we'd have to have, in order to get inflation under control, or at least hit the target for the feds, we're basically going to have a deep recession, and unemployment will have to go up, and I just don't see it happening. There's a strong labor force out there, and again, we're going to have to see how things play out, but it's a strong labor market, and so now we're going to get a dive into some of the activities from last week. I kind of made a sucker move last week where I had a position in NEO, which they had their earnings call on Friday. So I bought NEO on Tuesday, bought 2,000 shares, and I believe it was, $8.91. And I got a little scared. On Friday, actually on Thursday, knowing that the earnings call was on Friday, and I thought for sure, but it could hit or it could dip big. And so I sold out of my position for, a $200 profit. Not much, but I was thinking, you know what, let me just take the wins now. And if it goes down, I'll buy some more. It actually went up the next day. In the meantime, me watching it go up. So on Thursday, I sold out of NEO, small profit. I bought into ChargePoint. I bought, 1,700 shares of ChargePoint at, I believe it was, $8.65. Either way, it went down on Friday, so I ended up losing more than 200. So I ended up losing for the week, probably about $200. No worries. I'm going to stay in my positions. I have a position in ChargePoint, which is one of the top EV plays in charging stations. So they basically sell the components for the charging stations. They don't own any charging stations, so they don't draw any revenue from the charging stations as far as selling electricity, but they do supply the components that are needed to charge EV vehicles at the home and stations. So it's one of the, I believe it has 70% of the stock market or in that sector. So it is a positive play. I'm not sure if they're underrated, but either way, I think I'm going to make a decent penny. I just got to hold on to it for a little longer. I also bought 40 shares of Palantir at $15. Now I've continued to make money out of Palantir. So I've had it for the last couple of years, but I've been in and out of the position. I've made roughly, $10,000 from Palantir. So I'm on a good run with Palantir. And I also own shares of Rivian. I own about 350 shares of Rivian. Again, I'm a sucker for Rivian because it seems like every other day I see another Rivian on the road, whether it be a truck or an SUV. And just kind of knowing what's going to happen, we have Amazon and Ford invested in it. So we're going to have to see how it all plays out. Super excited about the week ahead. And let's see if I can come up, make up for that $2,000 not loss, but opportunity that I could have had last week. Let's see what I could do this week. So, again, thanks for joining me. Please hit the like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And don't be afraid to make some money and invest in stocks. Scared money make no money. Holla at your boy.